Hello and welcome to Enjoy the View Travel. Let's Go Cruise Celebrity Summit Edition. All right, welcome back. It's Debarkation Day. As you can see, we are back in the port of Miami, and if you look there, I'm showing you the new icon of the seas. That's about the closest that we got to seeing it. I do have one more shot coming up as we were leaving the port that you'll get to see as well, but she is massive. Look how big she is. So last day, super sad, making sure everything else is packed up and ready to go before we head to pick up breakfast and then get our bags and head off the ship. We'll talk about debarkation shortly. So I didn't take a picture of breakfast from the buffet this morning, similar to what it was the other mornings. However, I did want to show this guy. He was serenading us at breakfast throughout the cruise and obviously came to sing Leaving on a Jet Plane. And if you can notice, that's what our background music for today's episode is. So he did a really good job. We enjoyed having him around the whole week, and it was fun to see him. So make sure that you pay attention to things like that too. Always fun. So didn't get to get a really good picture of the theater. So before we left today, we were walking by the theater, so I slipped in real quick to get a really nice picture with no people. The Celebrity has a really nice theater setup. There is space. You're not packed in there like sardines. You have these little tables that you can put your drinks on, and you can fit two people in between each table. So you might have to share your table with somebody sitting beside you, which is okay. Unless you and the person you're with are sharing the table instead. But it was really nice. Do watch your feet, because when people are going by, even though there is room, if people aren't paying attention, they can step on your feet. So do watch your feet. But it was a really great setup. There are a couple of levels, as you can see, and it's like it's not a theater in the round like some of your newer ships are doing, but I really enjoyed this theater setup. All right, debarkation went fairly well. Pretty simple, pretty fast. So you get off of the boat and you go down, and Celebrity has kind of like they have at the airport set up where your baggage comes around in carousels, and so you just pick up your bag as it comes around on the carousel. They tell you which area you need to go to get your baggage, and then you I guess that was after we walked out of security. So you do have to go through a security check when you're getting off, and they basically scan it's a facial recognition, and I don't think they checked our passports. I think it was just they scanned you and off you went. It was pretty fast, pretty quick, and we actually had a shuttle from the port to the airport booked through Celebrity, and that went very well. We got on. We did have to wait. Our shuttle was late, so apparently they did not have somebody come in, so they had to get somebody else to come to run the shuttle. Ours was the only one, I think, that was late, but it did get there, and we got to the airport still with plenty of time, so we weren't really that late getting to the airport. Heads up, the cruise ships typically suggest that you wait to book your flight until after noon. So can you book flights before that? Yes. You always have the option of getting off the ship and getting a taxi and going straight to the airport with your luggage, and bypassing, having to find your luggage. Some people do that. And can you get earlier flights? Absolutely, you can. However, one of the reasons that they suggest is sometimes there is a delay in disembarking. For whatever reason, there are various reasons it could be, and it could put you late getting, to your destination. So, yeah, we had a really good time. Now, we actually flew out of Fort Lauderdale for this cruise. So, we took the shuttle from Miami up to Fort Lauderdale. And still, even though you had to travel a little bit, we still got there in plenty of time. So, I always recommend the shuttle service if you're flying to my clients. And we had no problems with it. Just had to wait just a little bit for it to get there. It was a little late, but other than that, and I don't even think it was like an extremely long time, like maybe 15, 20 minutes. So, I mean, it wasn't that bad. So anyway, we had a really good ride, and there's that last look of Icon of the Seas. I told you I had one more look of it. It's just so big. I will at some point sail on that, but I don't have any plans to do so yet. But one day I will. I don't think that I'm going to be a mega ship girl. I think I'm going to like the smaller ships. The Summit that we just got off of is the smallest ship in the Celebrity fleet, and it was a dream. In our next cruise series, we're going to be on the Enchanted Princess, and she is bigger than that. I enjoyed that as well, but she's not a mega ship like Icon of the Seas is. And I think while I will enjoy Icon of the Seas, I don't think that I will be I want to go on mega ships all the time. It's a lot of people. It's a massive ship. It's a lot more area to cover. And I really loved the feel of the Summit. So this is our last part for the Celebrity Summit until the ship tour, which will be part 8. So I kind of wanted to give my wrap up and my thoughts on Celebrity Summit. And so I'm going to do that next. As you can see, some of us still have smiles on our faces, but we are definitely sad to be leaving and counting down the days until the next cruise. So I wanted to give a little wrap up of what I thought of the Celebrity Summit. I have to be honest, this is the first time that I have cruised in probably 20-ish years. So it's been a long time. We were supposed to cruise when COVID hit. In fact, we were set to cruise out in March for my spring break because I am a teacher. And 2 weeks before our cruise is when they shut everything down. So that was supposed to be our first cruise back since, we hadn't cruised since probably early 2000s. So we were super excited about that, and then sad that everything shut down. So this was my first cruise back. And boy, it got me back into the cruise bug. And I'm like, why have I waited so long to go back and cruise? It was my first time on Celebrity and our first time on Celebrity Summit. Love, love, love Celebrity Summit. Great ship, great food, amazing crew. Our room was great. So we had an amazing time. I highly recommend the Celebrity Summit, especially if you're wanting a cruise with fewer children. I will tell you that there were not very many kids on this cruise. I saw maybe a couple. They were extremely well behaved. Never seen any issues with them or anything. But Celebrity is considered more of an adult cruise line and fewer children. Yes, they have a teen area. Yes, they have a kids club. So yes, your kids can come. But just know that Celebrity doesn't have all the water slides and rock walls and all the things like that. If you're looking for that in a cruise, I recommend Royal. They have all of that stuff, the flow rider, all that, things that the kids will love, and adults will love it too, but those are really geared more towards family. Celebrity is geared more towards adults. But we still saw a lot of young adults on this cruise, so it was not like this was a senior citizen cruise or anything like that. We just had a really, really great time. I was trying to think if there was anything that we didn't like about it. Um, I don't really have any complaints about this cruise. It was really, really good. We enjoyed it. We relaxed. We had fun. Definitely will do it again. I am booked again on Celebrity Ascent. So we're going up to the biggest size. So we're going from the smallest to the biggest. So that's going to be coming up in March of 2025. So you have that to look forward to. So yeah, highly recommend Celebrity. Celebrity Summit was an amazing ship. Please do not be worried that she is the oldest ship and that she is the smallest ship. Let me tell you why. She was completely refurbished to be more like the newer ships. So she not only got the new paint job on the outside, but everything inside, including the showers and the bathrooms, have been updated. All the she got a total overwork. So she is great. And please do not be afraid of that. Yes, she's an older ship, but she's an amazing ship. So I highly recommend that. Great ship. Don't be afraid of it. All right. One last thing before we go from this part 7, Debarkation Day. Pack your patience when you get to the airport. You see all those people. There was weather, not actually in Fort Lauderdale, but all the way over into up into Georgia, over into the other parts of Florida, on into Alabama. We were traveling to Nashville. So because of the weather that was coming through, it was delaying flights. And our flight was actually the first flight that left for Nashville for the day. So our flight did leave. It did leave late, but that's okay. But pack your patience. Remember that the people working the counters, they are not the one making the decisions. They are only relaying the message to you. So please be patient with them and show some kindness to them because they're just doing their job. I hope you have enjoyed the Celebrity Summit cruise that we have been on, sharing that with you. There's one more part that is going to be coming up. Part 8 will be next, and it's going to be a tour of the ship. So it will be all in video. So look forward to that. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please make sure that you are liking and commenting on our videos to help boost our page. We really appreciate your support. Subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss future cruises that are coming up. We have 2 cruises planned for 2025 right now, so could be more. We'll see. But right now there are 2 planned. So I hope you've enjoyed this. And coming up next will be part 8, which will be a tour of the ship. Thanks for joining us here at Enjoy the View Travel on our latest travel adventures. Our contact information is listed below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave us a comment below. And until next time, enjoy the view.